Hi dear students, welcome back to your English video. Today I'll be dealing with the chapter 2 of grade 9 Beehive textbook. The title of our chapter is Sound of Music. In this chapter we have two parts. The first part is about the great musician Evelyn Glennie, and the second part is also about a great musician Bismillah Khan, Ustad Bismillah Khan. So we are moving on to the part 2 right now, the Shehnai of Bismillah Khan. I'll just explain you the summary of this part. This chapter throws light on the origin of Shehnai and the life of all-time great Shehnai Vadak Bismillah Khan. Then the winner of Bharat Ratna, this highest civilian award of India, his dedication to music and his love for India. So in this chapter you are going to know more about Ustad Bismillah Khan, the great Shehnai Vadak, who has received the highest civilian award Bharat Ratna, and how much he is dedicating himself to the music and his love for the country. Actually, there was a musical instrument known as Pangi. Okay, Pangi, a musical instrument, was banned by Emperor Aurangzeb because of its shrill and unpleasant sound. So earlier, this is a musical instrument just like the snake charmers use, and it was banned by the great Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb because it was producing a unpleasant sound. In fact, it was regarded more as a noisemaker than a musical instrument. So this Pangi was regarded as a noisemaker because it was just producing an irritating noise. Later, it was modified and perfected by the barber who belonged to a family of professional musicians. And later on, what happened? A farmer who was having the background of music, he just modified this Pangi into a new instrument. He played it in the chamber of the king. Its sound was so appreciated by the emperor that it was made a part of Naubat. Since it was played for the first time in Shah's chamber by a Nai, it came to be known as Shehnai. So Nai means barber, and this new instrument, it was producing very good musical notes, and so it was played in front of the Shah. Shah means the king, and it was also played in their Naubat. Naubat means darbar. Okay, and at last it was named as Shehnai. Shah for Raja and Nai for Darbar. So the name it got is Shehnai. Traditionally, it was played in temples and on every auspicious domestic occasions also. So traditionally, it was played in temples, especially in North India side. Its sound was regarded as auspicious, but it was treated as an incomplete musical instrument, not capable of creating independent pages. So earlier it was not given a recognition of a complete musical instrument, but later on it got its recognition. But Bismillah Khan broke this myth. So Bismillah Khan is the only person who broke this myth about Shehnai. Great notes can be produced from this musical instruments also. He just proved it and it came into effect. Bismillah belongs to the Benares Gharana. He was born in 1960 at Dumraon in Bihar. As a 5-year-old, he used to visit the Biharji temple and sing Bhojpuri Chaita for there. So it is about the childhood of Bismillah Khan. He was born in 1916 in Bihar. The exact place is Dumraon. At the age of 5, he used to go to temple, that is Bihariji temple, and sing Bhojpuri Chaita there. For his melodious singing, he used to earn a big laddu from the local Bhojpuri king. Okay, so the king used to reward him big laddu, and the exact weight is 1.25 kg. Okay, so he was rewarded such a big laddu for his marvelous rendering of Shehnai and the song. Okay, at the age of 6, he moved to Banaras There, under the guidance and training of his maternal uncle Ali Bugs, he started picking up the finer nuances of Shehnai. So, when he moved to Banaras, with his uncle, he started studying Shehnai and its finer nuances, that is, the minute modification what he can make. He started trying it, he started practicing it, he started improvising it. Okay. He used to spend most of his time practicing on the banks of river Ganges. So river Ganga के banks में वो ये practice करता था शहनाई. The themes of this music were deeply affected by the sounds of flowing water of Ganga. So the Ganga's flowing water was much affected. Yeah, it has much influenced Bismillah Khan to improvise his Shehnai music. Okay, his life is a source of simplicity and communal harmony. So he is such a simple person. He always want to spread communal harmony. Bismillah Khan got his big break with the opening of All India Radio in Lucknow in 1938. So when All India Radio started in Lucknow in 1938, Bismillah Khan got a big break in his life. He also played Shehnai on 15th August 1957 from Red Fort in the presence of Pandit Nehru. So in the presence of Pandit Nehru, he also played Shehnai at Red Fort on 15 August 1947. Bismillah Khan gave his many memorable performances both in India and abroad. So Bismillah Khan has got many performance both in India and abroad. So he gave lots and lots of performance. He also gave music in two movies, Gunj Uti Shehnai and Sanadi Apana. Okay, so in two films also he just composed music. He was so fond of his motherland India, Banaras, the holy Ganga, that he refused an offer to be the head of the Shehnai school in USA. So he was also called as a Shehnai head in USA, but he refused that offer because he was too much attached to India, Banaras, holy Ganga and all. And in 2001, Ustad Bismillah Khan was awarded India's highest civilian award, the Bharat Ratna. So he was also awarded Bharat Ratna in 2001. Okay. So this is the just a summary of the chapter. Please go through the chapter thoroughly. You will understand it. So thank you children. Have a nice day.